Hey there and welcome to No Recipe Required. Tonight I'm going to do an Italian dish for you, a little eggplant parmesan. It's really not much different than making a chicken parmesan. Little couple tricks with the eggplant, but nothing big time, nothing major, nothing you can't handle. So let's go ahead and get started. So for our eggplant parmesan, I've just cut off two pieces of eggplant that are about an inch thick, maybe a little bit less than an inch. And this is a good 45 minutes before I want to cook them. I'm just going to salt both sides, and that's going to help draw out some of the moisture in the eggplant. There's a lot of water in there, and the salt will bring it to the surface. And we're literally just going to kind of pat them dry, squeeze them with some paper towel, bring some of that moisture out, and that will help. That'll help keep it nice and firm, or as firm as eggplant gets when we end up cooking it. Prevent it being kind of mushy. After about an hour, the eggplant, salted eggplant, is going to release a lot of water. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. See all that liquid just comes right out of both eggplants. And like I said, that's going to help keep the eggplant nice and firm. What I'm going to do is just use a couple paper towels on both sides of the eggplant and just give it a little press and get that water out. And then I'm going to put a pan on the heat, and we are going to start to saute these off and get them nice and golden brown for our eggplant parmesan. Once we've got our eggplant dried off, we're going to saute them first in just a little bit of olive oil. I've got a hot pan here, and I'm just going to lay the eggplant down, and I'm going to let them cook for probably 5 minutes on each side, and that's going to get a nice golden brown crust on this side. We'll flip it over on the other side. I've got my sauce, my tomato sauce, on the heat over here, just heating up, and we're going to top it with the sauce. We'll top it with some cheese, and then we're going to drop the whole thing into like a 410, 420 degree oven. Okay, let's take a look at our eggplant. You can see I've got nice golden brown color on that one side. We'll flip it over and just do the same on this side, and then we'll top it with our sauce, cheese, pop it in the oven. Okay, my eggplant now is nice and golden brown on both sides. Soft texture, but still, because we pulled that water out, it's got a little bit of firmness and integrity left to it. I've got my sauce here. Now, I happen to be using a meat sauce. You don't need to use a meat sauce, and mine actually is looking a little dry, so I've got a little pasta water going right next to it, and I'm just going to add in a touch of that pasta water. No problem doing that. Now, I'm using the meat sauce. Eggplant, vegetarian. If this was maybe a chicken parm, then I might go with like a marinara sauce, something without meat. Or frankly, even on the eggplant, nothing wrong with it. But I don't feel as guilty about a little bit of meat when I'm going with the eggplant like this. I'm just gonna pour that right on top, and then I got a little bit left there. Why not use it all? I'm going to kill the heat. I've got a little bit of grated Parmesan cheese that I'm going to put on both of my guys. And then I'm going to finally top it with some mozzarella cheese. 2 little wedges that I cut off from the ball there. And those are just going to melt right on top, become a nice oozy goozy eggplant. I'm going to pop this in, like I said, a 420 degree oven. Really about 10 minutes until the cheese is melted and crispy as well, or golden brown as well. Okay, so we just pulled the eggplant parmesan out of the oven. You can see that cheese is nicely melted. It was only in there for probably 7 or 8 minutes, the last couple minutes on broil, just to get a little bit of that golden brown crust. We'll let it sit for just a few minutes to let it settle, so it's not all crazy hot. Then we'll go ahead and plate it up. Okay, let's serve our eggplant parmesan. Got a nice piece right on the plate there. That lovely cheese. Make sure you get some of that. Anything that kind of caramelizes on the bottom of the pan are going to be nice and tasty. And then I'm serving mine with just a touch of angel hair pasta, which I cooked off and then sauteed. It's very simply, or just tossed with a little bit of Parmesan cheese and some lemon, salt and pepper, of course. Maybe do another little garnish with some cheese on top. And there you go, with a beautiful little eggplant parmesan. I'll see you next time on No Recipe Required.